Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night. Let's take a look at one of our believe cards. This is by Albert Einstein. It is better to believe than to disbelieve. In doing so, you bring everything to the realm of a possibility. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 102, NASDAQ off 6, S&P's down 7. Gold contract up $1, trading at $1,261 an ounce. Silver up 32 cents up 3 cents rather, at $19.20 an ounce. Platinum trading at $1,482 an ounce. Oil up 11 ticks at 104.46 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year up 3 ticks at 124.03. The 30-year up 3 ticks at 135.01. King dollar down 31 ticks at 80.81. The euro down 18 at 135, and the yen trading off 31 at 102.04. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Realistically, you get a flat market out here on the S&Ps. Did 521 million versus 557. If we go over to the SPY, this thing wants to edge up just a bit more in the SPY. We're at 194. You got to 196 yesterday. The ABC structure is 197. What the SPY did do subliminally today is that you had an expansion of volume as you got into this lower price. So it's going to be interesting to see, can it get into 194.65 first and you get an expansion of volume. Intraday out here, what we did get is that you got an ABC structure on the way down in the future market, and the price target was 1936. You got to 1938.50. What it had done is at 1400 hours, it broke the B point, did it with volume, and you got the expansion on the way down. Went topside once again, and then right at the close, you had a large seller on the S&Ps at the close, a very large seller actually. 98,000 contracts was thrown at the S&P at 10 minutes of 4. NASDAQ Composite. We take a look at the composite. What you have with the composite? Another sideways move. She's down $6. We did 1.7 billion versus 1.7. If we go over to the NDX 100 and we take a look at the NDX 100, flat market, creeping up, dramatically lighter volume. Once again, 20 million shares. The way that the Qs are set up is that their ABC structure has higher price by quite a while too. Now the small caps, this is where it's going to get interesting here. Small caps finished their ABC structure on the way up. You pull back slightly today, only 29 million shares. We had hit a high with 49 million. Small caps need more volume than that. But what the small caps haven't done, number one, is that they're still the weakest indice. We'll see how they try to get into the gap that was still open here at 114.88. Gold contract. We go over to gold. We take a look at gold. What you had with gold out here today, we did 73,000 contracts. Yesterday was a nice day. You turn around, you did 107,000. Gold is building cause, folks, to try to get back inside the 1263 area. We got to 1265.50 today. Couldn't hold that area. Some of the gold equities, though, however, had juice inside them today. We had some volume inside of them, which is a great sign. We go take a look at the silver market. What we have with silver. Silver is at 1920. She is back inside the range. We did 39,000 contracts. Silver basically has had more contracts than gold as to what you're going into. And as long as she stays inside the $18.95, that is the higher range. Bond market, we go take a look at bonds. What we had with bonds is this. TY, we look at the 10-year first. 10-year bond out here. We rejected lower price today. You did it on lighter volume. We are at 124.03. I suspect that's going to be another ABC structure up, and this one's going to bring it somewhere up to the 127 to 128. The last high that was generated on the 29th of May was 126. The 30-year bonds, same type of setup in the 30. Rejected lower price, did it with lighter volume, did 280,000 contracts out here today. That 280 was going into 439. Last high that was out there was 138.10 in the bonds. This, if it is in fact an ABC structure on the way up, which the bond market, folks, has done multiple ABC structures on the way up, that would bring the bond market up to the 142. Now, if we go over and take the continuous contract inside the bond market, what you're going to see, and this has been crawling up here for quite a while, is that at the 141 to 142 level, this is going to be the make it or break it baby. And what that is specifically is this. That's ice. It's, you know, so when you get a bounce that's going up to ice, that's a normal bounce even in a market that wants to go downtown. Now, the way bonds, here, let's go over the whole structure. So bonds topped out in July of 2011. We go straight down from 153 down to 127. At the beginning, well, for the last year and a half, everyone suspected that rates were going to go dramatically higher. Bottom line, rates have been going lower since December of, so 6 months right now, rates have been going lower. Because of the way that we came down, up to the 142, that would be a normal bounce, even in a market that wants to go down. So that would be your bearish case. Your bullish case would be you're coming into that area, you have force coming into that area, and in fact, it's going to be another ABC structure on the way up. The way it is set up right now, we've already done multiple large multiple ABC structures on the way up since January. So we'll see how we hit that area. King dollar. What is King dollar? King dollar has it in spades. And what King dollar has done is this. And if you can get anything out of how the dollar reacted last Thursday and the euro reacted last Thursday, you'll really get to understand that if you take a swing point out with volume and price doesn't hold, you're going to go right back up. What do? That's exactly the way this baby has pushed it out. Last Thursday, when Draghi came out with the rate cut in Europe, the dollar had traded all the way up to 81.06. You did 53,000 contracts. But yet, it couldn't hold price. It closed at 80.34, which is, by the way, is a huge move in the currency market. What ended up happening where we are right now, we're at 80.91. You know, so it basically has 16 ticks to hit that baby. Had an expansion of volume again today, so the dollar's being really deviant. Really deviant. You know, it's flat out here today, but guess what? We crawled up. We did 25,000 contracts versus 19 tomorrow. This thing's going to blast into this 81.06. We go over to the euro. We take a look at the correlation inside the euro. Same deal. The euro right now, folks, last Thursday, the euro had traded down to 135.03. We got to 135.22 today. Bottom line, you're going to see the euro go down into that level number one, and this is where it's going to be really wild. You break the 134.77, and what you'll see is that the euro will be trading into that 130 area very, very quickly. Huge quickly. Out there last night. No, check this out. This is intense, okay? I'm sure you may have heard Eric Cantor lost the primary, which has never happened, by the way, folks. It has never happened that a majority leader has lost the primary. But that isn't what the story is, right? Well, that is the story in itself, not paying attention, that's for sure. No one was paying attention, evidently. But check these numbers out. This is pretty intense. The number spent was $5.8 million versus $200,000. $5.8 million versus $200,000. The number of ads generated was 1,038 ads Cantor had, and the guy that beat him only had 65 ads. Now, what hasn't happened yet, and this is why I'm bringing this up, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, folks, are on the table now. And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, FMCC, they didn't move today. But when I come back, I'll tell you about this, because the guy that very well could be the new majority leader, he is the head of the House Financial Services, and he wants to can Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and it's his bill. We're going to come right back.